So today we're going to talk about some cold weather camping and some essentials for it if you have a full hookup site. First off, we have a heated hose, which is very important to have if you want water. And then we have a heated cable, which is important if you want sewer. I'm going to show you how they work. So this is the heated hose. They're pretty stiff when you get them because they're very strong. They're made to freeze with water in them. If you unplug it and then you can plug it back in and the water will unthaw, it won't damage the hose at all. Basically, you plug it in, it heats up, it has a sensor on it so it can turn on and off whether it's cold out or not. You can get them good to 0 degrees or 40 below, and we bought the one that's good to 40 below. We spent all winter in northern Illinois last year and it worked really good for us. One of the main differences to hook it up is this filter and your pressure gauge have to go inside the RV versus out on the pole. So if your RV has a wet bay, they would go in here hooked up to this end versus the other end. And talking about water, this is a water pressure regulator, and you really need one to protect the pipes on your RV. This is an automatic one. There's no adjusting it, and this is what we had originally, and we just thought that that was how the pressure was supposed to be until we boondocked and used our pump, and then our showers were like way more powerful. And then we go back to an RV park using this, and the shower was weak, and so I finally thought it must be this, so I bought an adjustable one, and it was a huge difference. So if you're having an issue and you're using one of these, that's probably it. We bought an adjustable water pressure regulator, and I keep it between 45 and 55 psi. Showers, everything is awesome now. And here's what one of those looks like. And you can use a flathead screwdriver to adjust higher or lower pressure. And it was a huge difference. Highly recommend an adjustable one. Now this is the heated cable. This same thing, it has a sensor to detect if it needs to kick on or not, how cold it is. Plug that in. You can either wrap it around your sewer hose. We just ran ours underneath, used electrical tape, and then put some insulation under it, and it worked really well. So another tip for this heated cable is to make sure you wrap it around this pipe all the way where it goes into your RV, or that could cause an issue. The insulation is this pipe wrap insulation. That's what I used, and I initially tried to wrap it around the hose, but you would need a ton of it. So I just ran ours like this. There's the cable, insulation, sewer hose on top of that. Don't worry, I'm gonna wash my hands. And if it gets really cold, you just put a tarp over this, put some boards or something to hold it down, and it really holds the heat in. But most of the winter we didn't need that. This was a perfect setup. Okay, the thing that would probably make the biggest difference for keeping warm in the winter would be putting skirting around your RV. We didn't do it because we were never sure if we were staying for very long. We thought we were only going to be there for like a month last winter, and it ended up being all winter. But it's exactly like it sounds. You put this, it's usually rubber skirting, goes around the entire RV, keeping the cold air out from under it, making it warmer under there. And it'll definitely make a huge difference with your warmth inside the RV. Another trick you can do is put a 60-watt light bulb and a lamp going in your wet bay down here, keeping some heat in there to prevent things from freezing. You're going to go through a lot of propane most likely. And our RV comes with two 30-pound tanks. I brought another 20-pound tank, which is used on most outdoor grills. Now we get all of our tanks refilled. It's a lot cheaper, and they actually fill them all the way up versus the exchange. You can exchange these, but they don't fill them all the way up, and it's usually more expensive. Good thing about keeping one of these on hand though, is if we run out and it's late at night, we're in a pinch, you can go anywhere and actually do the exchange if you had to, and still be able to get propane. Okay guys, so don't let cold weather ruin your camping experience. You could still get out there and have fun. I have links in the description below to all these items that we used. Have fun camping. See you next time.